Hi there, welcome back to episode 4 of Good News in Columbia Heights. My name is Amada Marcus Simula, and we're here to talk about all the good news in Columbia Heights. Let's get started. So yay, 4 episodes for us. We're having a great time reporting this good news during this very stressful time. Let's just focus on some good news when we can. And we're gonna go on a field trip now. Come along with us. Let's go. Well, last week we spoke with Dan Fishbeck over at the First Lutheran Church's Community Garden. This week we're going to talk with Wes, the agricultural specialist at the Columbia Heights Public Schools, Blooming Heights. Let's say hi. Well, good morning, Wes. Nice to see you.
Good morning, Amada. Good to see you too.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. So you're going to introduce yourself and give us a tour of the Blooming Heights Garden. We're so excited.
Yes. All right. Well, my name is Wes Neutron, and I'm the agriculture specialist at Columbia Heights Public Schools. So we're in the Blooming Heights Edible Schoolyard Garden and outdoor classroom. And part of my job is making sure everything is growing here and looking good. And we use this space as an outdoor classroom with students throughout the district. During distance learning, we've been doing a lot of YouTube videos in order to keep kids connected to the garden. And today I just want to give you a little tour and show you what's going on in the garden right now.
Cool. What's behind you?
All right, well, let me switch the orientation of my camera here and we can just take a look at what's going on. So let's start over here. So we've got a row of berries here. These are garden currants. You can see they're just full of blossoms. They're pretty much the same color as the leaves, so they're not real distinctive, but I've noticed some of them have little green berries already, so they're pretty early. And then here we have a row of June berries, which kind of contrary to the name, they usually start producing fruits, ripe fruits, more like early July, late June, early July. But then kind of the showcase of the garden right now is that we've got this orchard of fruit trees that are really just in full bloom. So we've got some plum trees here. This is a Honeycrisp apple with these big, beautiful blossoms right now.
Does it smell wonderful?
Oh yeah, let me.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, it's just got a wonderful perfume right now. So yeah, they're great. We had a good rain last night, so everything looks nice and green. There's some raspberries here.
Wow.
Some more apple trees in the background. Kind of pan over. Got a couple pear trees here that are also blooming. So the fruit trees are just doing great right now. Some of the plants are just starting to emerge. This is grape. So you can see the leaves just kind of coming out on the grapevines. So
How
that'll
pretty
be
with those tables
well.
there too.
Yeah. So these are a couple picnic tables. So I want to mention that the garden space here is open to the public. But if you decide to stop by and see the garden, just know that all the food in the garden is for use by the school. So we use that with classes. We donate a lot of it to the food shelf. We donated a lot of it to the cafeteria so they can make meals for kids. And also that we would ask that people respectfully wear a face mask if they come to visit the garden this summer. There will be people working here, and we just want to do our best to keep everybody healthy and safe. So, but that said, we welcome people to come take a look and enjoy some time in the garden. So over here we have some more apple trees. So in the fall we ought to have a lot of beautiful apples that typically we'll use to do programs to press some apple cider. Super
Wow,
exciting thing.
fun.
So, yeah, and then over here we have 3 cherry trees. So
Ooh.
full of fruits, and we have a lot of garden beds. It doesn't look like a lot's going on yet. I've just started planting some things, so we've got some onions along the edge here. This is all going to be tomatoes. I've got them all started at home, but it's not warm enough to transplant them into the soil yet. That'll be next week. And then over here, this is really cool. I want to show you what's going on. So from a distance, this just kind of looks like weeds, but you get closer and it is purple asparagus.
Wow, look at
One of my
that.
favorite springtime vegetables. So
Nice.
yeah, really cool. So that's just coming up.
Are those ready for harvesting then?
Oh yeah, those big ones. Some of them have, this one's pretty thin and has gotten pretty tall, and that one's a little bit, I don't know. You could still harvest the top on that. You want some of them to grow up and be a mature plant so they can produce seed and photosynthesize and keep the plants going in future years. Asparagus is a perennial. So in this bed, we've got some sunflowers and potatoes seeded that aren't really sprouting too much yet. But then we've got some garlic going on over here too. So the garlic was seeded in the fall. So it starts growing right away in the spring. So it's gotten pretty mature already. And then I just wanted to show you a couple other things over here on this side. This is honeyberry. So that's in the honeysuckle family, but it's an edible berry in the honeysuckle family. And it's got a lot of flowers on it right now. And some of those flowers are actually starting to turn into fruits already. So those will be like brilliant blueberries pretty soon. And then here, maybe a lot of you out in the community have this one. This is rhubarb.
I know that one.
Really early spring producing foods. So that's ready for harvest. And then we have some hardy kiwi here. What? Kiwi doesn't grow in Minnesota, but there's a variety called hardy kiwi or Russian kiwi, and it produces little grape-sized kiwi fruits.
Wow.
So we haven't really gotten much for production out of these yet, but they're not very old. So we're hoping to get some good kiwi berries this summer. And then just a couple rogue plants I want to show you too. This is parsnips. Sometimes the plants survive over the winter. So these are parsnips that were planted last year. They survived. Some spinach over here survived the winter.
Wow, look at
and
that.
Then we've got into the garden too. Oh yeah, one more thing. Let me run over here. There's so many things in the garden.
It's so exciting.
Okay. Here we go. These are our strawberries.
Strawberries, yes.
Yeah, really nice patch of strawberries. So it's exciting that we have so many perennial fruits in the garden that just really start going right away in the spring. And then we have a patch of mint over here as well.
Oh, is that what that is? Yummy. Strawberry mint.
Super thick patch of mint. So, yeah.
Well, that is super exciting, Wes. Thank you for the tour.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, thanks again, Wes. It's great to see you. I can't wait to come see the garden this summer and see how it's progressing. Well, as most of you know, I live across the street from Kordiak Park. There has been an update over there, and they have decided to uncover the playground equipment, so I assume so children can play. Well, we definitely missed the Heights Theater. I know I missed the films. I missed the popcorn, and I missed the organ. If you have a chance, go to their Facebook page, and they have some videos there of Ed Copeland playing the organ. It's very charming, very endearing, and take a few minutes, reminisce about going to the Heights Theater. We do miss it.
everybody. I'm Ed Copeland, one of the staff organists here at the Heights Theater. I'd like to welcome you to this little vignette of what it's like to be an organist. Well, my mom heard about this place called Cicero's, which was in Harmar Mall, and we went in there, and within about 5 minutes of entering this pizza establishment with its big theater organ, I was going, Mom, 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 I want to be the guy up there. I want to play the organ. Oh, I'm not so sure. It's like, yes, I want to play the organ. So she arranged so that I could take some organ lessons. And the rest, as they say, is history.
Sorry, I just had to make some popcorn. I'm just reminiscing about the Heights Theater. Well, thanks for joining us for episode 4 of Good News in Columbia Heights. We'll see you next week.